All right, let's go to Avery in New York, New York. What's up, Avery?
Hi, Dr. John. It's
What's
an honor
up?
to be speaking with you.
It's an honor to be speaking
Huge
with
fan
you.
of the show.
Thank you so much. What are you doing?
So I have social anxiety as well as trust issues,
Okay.
which makes it hard for me to make friends. But then I get like anxiety about the anxiety, like 'cause I start overthinking it.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to know, like, what's the healthy approach to just like get out of this vicious cycle loop?
Can I go one more? So you have
sure.
social anxiety. So the idea of being with people, is it with crowds or with groups or just one-on-one? Is all the interactions just make you anxious, make you uncomfortable?
Yeah, so groups especially, but
Okay.
even one-on-one in the beginning till I get comfortable with the person.
Okay. So then you start getting anxious about the anxiety. And then have you white knuckled it and just tried to push on through, which makes you super awkward and off-putting when you finally get in the social situations, which makes everybody kind of back up a little bit, and that makes your anxiety alarms even louder, and then it just starts looping on you?
Yeah, that's true. And also, I have the trust issues come up.
Where does that come from?
So it comes from basically my mom has bipolar.
Okay.
So she was like out of the picture when I was she was like in a ward when I was young. Like,
oh, so she was institutionalized. Okay, for your whole childhood.
So like for like 2 years, from like, I don't know, 2 to like 4.
Oh wow. Okay.
And my dad is like old school. He's very like tough. So
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, in just a few minutes of time we have here, I'm going to draw a thread. It may or may not be right, but it's close enough for what we need to do to move forward, okay?
Okay.
Those years, 0 to 4, are some of the most, if not the most important relational years of a young developing mind and body, okay? And what that little child desperately needs is affirmation, skin-to-skin contact, presence, eye contact that is like, I see you and I'm experiencing you, from both mom and, yes, dad too, okay? And you didn't get that. You should have got it,
right.
and I'm sorry that you didn't get it. Trauma has been labeled the things that happened to you, but trauma is also the things that should have happened to you that didn't. And so I don't want you to minimize what a huge deal it is that from 2 to 4, your mom was in a psych ward, getting the help that she needed, good for her, and you were left with a somewhat angry, somewhat militant dad who was just probably trying to keep food on the table and keep this household running. But there were some critical relational needs that were missed for that little 2 and 4-year-old little boy.
Right. I just want to add also, like, my whole childhood, even like till now, my mom and dad are like fighting. You know, my dad says that he always tells us that he's only in the relationship for the kids.
Sure.
Stuff like that.
Yeah. Thanks, Dad. That's real helpful. How old are you now?
I'm 24.
Okay. All right. So let's just back out. And so we know anxiety is an alarm system, letting us know that we're not safe or that we're not connected. Okay. And it becomes insidious when we can't get connected because our body sounds the alarms that connection is going to hurt us. And in your case, relationships have been a weapon your whole life. They've been painful. They've been absent. They've been not what they should have been. And so your body has identified relationships as something that will hurt you. And yet that's the only thing that will calm your freaking brain down, is true, authentic, real connection. Fair? Are you tracking with me?
Yeah, fair.
Okay.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Go on.
I was going to say, so I don't want you to think you're broken. Your body's actually doing a pretty good job of taking care of you. Because, hey, the 2 most important relationships failed you, and they continue to be a mess. And so why in the world would we trust anybody else with the inner parts of our soul and being? We're going to go ahead and label relationships as threat, and we're going to move on with our lives. You see what's happened here? So your body's actually working great. It's doing exactly what it's designed to do. Identify threats and protect you from them. Okay? And you recognize how lonely that is. And your body will avoid stress by smoking a cigarette. It will take short-term release over long-term. This is going to kill you in the long term. So your body's trying to protect you moment by moment, but being lonely is a cascade of stressors that are going to kill you in the long term. So you gotta have to go right through the middle of this. Okay.
Okay. How would I do that?
Okay. So the only way to heal from anxiety is to go right in the middle of it, is to walk right through it. The more you avoid it, it actually becomes a self-reinforcing mechanism that gets stronger the more you avoid it. So you start to go into a room full of people, your heart rate takes off on you, your thoughts spin up on you, start ruminating really, really fast, your hands get sweaty, and then you close the door. Your body says, oh, sweet, that's how we keep him out of that room. That's how we keep him safe. And so the next time you try to go in the room, it's going to go your heart rate's going to get up even more. And your hands are going to get even more clammy. And you're going to get even more anxious. See what I'm saying? Because it learns that, oh, that works. That keeps them out of that room. And so what we have to do is we have to retrain our bodies that other people aren't a threat to us. Mom and dad were. That happened. There's a period at the end of that sentence. Now I get to choose what happens next. So let me ask you this. You have a group of friends. What's the worst thing that could happen? You say a joke, you walk into a crowded room. Let's imagine, what's the worst thing that could happen? And your heart rate should probably be getting up right now. Like as you're starting to think about it, I want you to picture it. What would happen?
I guess someone would like make fun of me or just,
what would they make fun of you? What would they make fun of you about?
It doesn't really make sense. It's just, that's what I feel.
I know, but let's go through it. What would they make fun of you? You got weird hair?
No, I guess they wouldn't like what I'm saying, or they would just like snub me, something like that.
But about what?
Whatever I would say.
Okay, you see how anxiety works? It's very vague. And when you try to get down and you start drilling into, okay, what is it? What's the things you would say? Do you have bad politics? I'll tell you mine. I'm super pale, like a vampire. Team Edward, right? I've got, my teeth aren't sparkly white. I used to have acne when I was a kid. So I always thought people were looking at my teeth and looking at my skin and looking at my, like, golly, does that guy ever go out into the sun? And I go out in the sun all the time. So that kept me a little bit of a distance. Or I was always awkward. I would tell jokes that would be like not that funny, or they were really, really funny, but kind of in a crass way. And they're only appropriate for a small group of friends and not appropriate in this group. Or I just say the weird, awkward, right? So I want you to drill down with me real quick. What is it? What is weird about you? What would they point out and go, there it is? What is it?
I'm trying to think, I guess.
Let me cut to the chase. It's not there.
Yeah.
Your body is protecting you from ghosts. Okay?
Okay.
And you might have a political opinion. You might have an opinion on a world issue. You might have a particular religious belief or any number of things. Okay? And somebody is going to make fun of you. They're going to ridicule you over it. Cool. Then your heart's going to still be beating. Your blood's still going to be flowing through your body. You're still going to be you. You're still going to be a kind, compassionate 24-year-old making your way through New York. You're still going to have parents that struggled your whole childhood. You're still going, right? It's not going to affect you. They don't get a vote. And so
right.
It's leaning into the facts over those feelings. Those feelings are data, and then we're going to keep on moving forward. Most people with social anxiety have a picture of what they think is going to happen, and they have a picture of what negatively, and they have a picture of how they're going to feel when they finally get those friends. And neither of those pictures are real. They're distortions. So if they get around a group of people that love them and they get home and they still feel a little bit awkward about the night and they start replaying some of the conversations, then they think, they weren't really my friends. I don't know what I did wrong. And now they're off to the anxious world, right? So
right.
I want you to practice a couple of things, okay? Number
Okay.
one, every time you start to feel anxious about friends, I want you to pause, or you're about to go to an activity, you're about to go to an event, you're going to a work thing or whatever, whenever you feel it. I want you to pause, take a big deep breath, hold it for 3 to 5 seconds. And then I want you to ask yourself this question. What's my body trying to protect me from? Oh,
Okay.
it thinks they're going to make fun of me. It thinks that they're going to get really close to me and then abandon me for a couple of years. My body is trying to
Right.
keep me from getting loved, from loving somebody again, because last time I loved, they left. Right? Or, yes, I've got crooked teeth. Okay. Yes, I have acne. Okay. Yes, my hair is falling. Whatever the thing is that you're worried about with your physical appearance, cool. I'm moving on. And here's what we're looking for: space. We're looking for a gap between our bodies taking off on us, trying to protect us, and then that action, that thing that we're going to do next. And we're going to try to extend that gap. Like, man, it is getting fired up as I walk into this ballroom or into this movie theater with a friend, or as I go out on this first date. I can literally feel it. And then when I sit down with that person, I'm going to say, man, first dates make me anxious. I'm going to go ahead and just put it on out there. Or I am super weird on first dates. I'm sorry. I'm way better at date 2 and 3. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and take the bullets out of my own anxiety's gun so it can't shoot them at me anymore. It's got nothing left. Because
So let's say I'm with a group of guys.
Yep.
Like, so I would take those deep breaths, and then what would I say?
Ask yourself, why am I nervous around these guys? Do I feel less than them? Do they have bigger muscles than me? Are they making more money than me? Do they have nicer cars or apartments than me? Like, why is my body responding as though I'm not safe? I'm in danger. I'm inferior. Ask yourself those questions. And I have radically different political beliefs than my best friends on the world. We're different on almost every metric. And we razz each other and we give each other a hard time about it and we make fun of each other, like the whole thing. And there's times that I've left angry and they've left angry, and then we just get back together the next week or the week after that. But there's a very few people in my life that get a vote, and the rest of people don't. And if you can't be fully you around this group of guys, cool, man. They're just not going to be your gang. They're not going to be for you. Does that make sense? What you have to do for the first time in your life is practice feeling safe. Okay?
Okay, and so I just want to recap what you're saying. Basically, you're telling me that I should take those deep breaths, think about what do these guys have over me? Like, why am I less than them?
No. You're not less than them. Why does your body respond as though you are? What is your body trying to protect you from with these guys? This has nothing to do with them. This has everything to do with you. Why is my body trying to protect me? And then there's going to be some times when your body's like, I got to go home. Cool. That alarm's got real loud. Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and cut out tonight. I'll see you later. I do that with some regularity. I've got a deep history with anxiety. And when I do that, then I ask, man, those alarms were loud tonight. What is that about? Most often in my life, it's because I haven't been taking care of my body. I haven't been sleeping. I haven't been eating right. I'm behind at work. I've got laundry piles everywhere. I've created a chaotic environment for myself. So I ask myself why the alarms are so loud. See what I'm saying? And every once in a while, I got to cut out. I just cut out early. And you know what? My friends who love me, they don't care. They're going to give me a hard time about it because they're my friends, but that's fine. And the people are like, oh my gosh, you're going to bed? You're already leaving? What a loser. Well, we're not going to be friends, so have a good have a good one. And I'm not going to lose a second of sleep over their opinion because their opinion doesn't matter to me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You aren't broken, my brother. You just have to learn a new set of skills. And that is, how do I be in the presence of relationship? And by the way, don't use a group of guys. Like, I've got to go make friends. I got to go make friends. You got to be my friend. That is a recipe for you feeling anxious, and they become a tool that you are using to make yourself feel better. And everybody can feel that. Be with people because you're worth being around. Be with people because you want to enjoy people's company and you want to have good times with people and share misery with one another.
So I should start with like one-on-one?
That's totally up to you, man. There's not a right or wrong way to do it. What we're doing, whether it's one-on-one, like, hey, dude, let's go hang out. Take the pressure off this. Hey guys, we're all going to the movies. Let's go catch a concert. Let's go do whatever. Let's go down and go bowling or whatever the thing is. I don't know what y'all do in New York. Let's go do those things. And then, I'm going to go. And by the way, almost every time I'm heading out to go somewhere, my body tells me, you don't want to do this. We had a flag football game the other day. Dude, I sat in my car for 20 minutes before I walked outside. It was so fun by the time it was over. But I felt the alarms, and my body's trying to avoid this thing. I am going to do it, and I'm going to choose to go out and have a positive attitude about it. And I did. It was a blast. And this is 10 or 15 years of me working through this, Avery. So this isn't something that's going to happen overnight. But find a friend. Go hang out. Just go get coffee. Be like, hey, what's going on? How's your life? I'm going to send you the questions for humans. I'm going to send you guys' night. I'm going to send you a dating pack, and I'm going to send you friends. So you can, if there's just a group of dudes y'all are hanging out, you can pull these things out. And your friends are going to give you a hard time, guys. If you pull out the questions for humans guys' night, they're going to make fun of you. That's fine. That's fine. If you have mixed couples, great. If you're out dating, you're like, all right, I'm not great at first dates, so I got these cards. Great. And if that person's like, oh my gosh, what a loser, I don't want to be around you, then you've just saved yourself months of heartache on the front end, because it's not going to end well, right? If someone's going to just prejudge you that way. But whether it's one person, whether it's a bunch, here's what we're doing. We're asking our bodies, why are you trying to take care of us? And we're creating space, just a gap between our body feeling it, and then boom, we are off to the races. When my thoughts start going down there, I can't believe I said that. That was so stupid. Nope. I'm not going to have this conversation. It was a dumb joke. I'm moving on with my life. And we're going to slowly retrain our bodies to take control of our thoughts and of our actions, and to let our bodies know that relationships, yeah, they can hurt us, but they're the only way to peace and safety. Whew. Thanks for your call, my brother.